All right, so ladies and gentlemen, my people, welcome to a new introduction on this platform on YouTube, because in time past I've seen some people saying that Oga Prof, you dey drop insight and clue for people for FB and other app, but you dey forget about we wey be say we dey YouTube. Una no vex because YouTube video it has been long, but anyway, let us just dive into my own prediction for all of the Premier League games and one or two other European games wey be say they dey exciting and they are fascinating for this weekend. Without any other further ado, let us get into it proper. Starting up from the game that is coming up tonight between Leeds United and West Ham. I want to say that both teams will score, but I feel like to give it a 2 goals, which is 1.5, is going to have been the better. But my prediction for this game is I think Leeds United will defeat West Ham, because West Ham, they are still not getting their reading. They are not getting it. Although they've employed Nuno Espirito Santo and the Baba is still trying his best, but when he didn't do, he just didn't do. So in this game, I'm seeing Leeds United winning this game by 2-1. That is just in my own opinion. Anyway, let us move on to the game that is coming up tomorrow between Chelsea Football Club, the champions of the world, and Sunderland. You see that game, I think it's going to be an high-scoring game. I believe Sunderland will not sit at home for Chelsea, in my own opinion, because I've seen the way they've played so far so good this season. And, it's been incredible. Although they are on the same point as Chelsea, but I still believe that Chelsea will defeat them at home tomorrow. I'm not seeing Sunderland staging any threat to Chelsea at home tomorrow. That is if red card no day. But if Chelsea take a red card tomorrow, Baba, if you no go the way we dey think. But altogether, I think Chelsea will win this game 3-1 3-1 for Chelsea. Anyway, moving on to the game that is coming up 3 o'clock. That same 3 o'clock between Newcastle and Fulham. I think this game might likely end in a draw. Newcastle might want to, they want to run, and they've not been in an incredible form this season. Plus, Fulham is not easy to play against. Although Newcastle are at home and they might want to use their home advantage, and that is why, if it is Craven Cottage, I would have said Fulham should win. But Fulham is traveling away to Newcastle's home. I think this game will end in a 1-1. In my own opinion, I think this game will end in a 1-1 draw. Anyway, moving on to the game that is coming on between Manchester United and Brighton. You see, Brighton have been a big threat to Manchester United in their last 6 games. And to defeat Manchester United has not always been a problem to Brighton. So, in my own opinion, in this case, holistically, I think Brighton will still defeat Manchester United, because Man U, their inconsistency have been too much. Although I said it on my other app where I draw prediction that Manchester United might likely win. But if I'm to face the reality, I think Brighton have the upper hand ahead of Manchester United. But anyway, my gut feeling wants Manchester United to win. But if I'm to tell you my own sincere truth, I think Brighton will win that game by 2 goals margin, probably a 2-0 for Brighton tomorrow. Anyway, let us move to the last game that is coming up between Brentford and Liverpool. I don't want to agree that Liverpool are now completely back, because I want to believe that Arne Slot gambled a little bit in that their game that they played against Frankfurt, and that gamble worked for him, using 2 strikers as a whole. You cannot try that against Brentford. So the Baba might still want to go back to their normal basics. I feel like Brentford, with this their counter-attacking, without throwing threats, we say they get, I feel like Brentford might want to trouble Liverpool, plus Liverpool are traveling away to Brentford. I believe Brentford might want to challenge Liverpool a little bit, but I still think Liverpool might still win that game. But it might not be an high-scoring game, because Brentford will not want to attack too much. So I feel like Liverpool might get a narrow escape again tomorrow. So probably I'm going to be giving Liverpool a 1-0 win over Brentford. Anyway, moving on to the game that is coming up on Saturday. Bournemouth is playing against Nottingham Forest. And right now, Bournemouth is at home. Nottingham Forest is traveling away. I don't believe Sean Dyche will get his first Premier League winning away against Bournemouth. Last, the game will end in a draw. So I believe Bournemouth will win that game, or the game will end in a draw, because Bournemouth are home. And whenever Bournemouth is playing for their home, it's not always easy. So I feel like that game might end in Bournemouth's favor or end in a draw. So I'm going to be giving it Bournemouth to win this game 2-1. Now, Arsenal playing against Crystal Palace. The Gunners family. Baba Komodia, na Emirates Stadium, Crystal Palace, they come. Although Crystal Palace have been good. They have been really good, because you could see the way they even played their Conference League game yesterday. They were just playing nonsense. I know, say their mind day for that Arsenal game that is coming by weekend. They might want to smuggle to get a draw out of that game, but I believe Arsenal will still win that game. I'm going to be giving it another 1-0. I am seeing another kind of Fulham kind of game at the Emirates come Sunday. Let me know what you think as your own prediction. Moving on to the game that is coming up between Aston Villa and Manchester City. This one is a straight 2-0 for Manchester City. Erling Haaland getting on the score sheet. Again, as far as they never break the leg of Haaland, Man City will continue to, he will keep on scoring for Manchester City. Anyway, moving on, Wolves is playing against Burnley. This game is very, very difficult to predict, but I feel like Wolves, they might want to get distracted by that game that is coming up next week, Wednesday, between them and Chelsea. They might want to bench too many players, or their players might not want to do too much. They feel get that game for their head, because if they stress themselves too much in this Premier League game, Baba Chelsea go give them waiting no good. So I'm seeing a drug match in this game, probably a 0-0 game. That's what I'm seeing out of this game. And on the final note, Everton playing at home against Tottenham Hotspur. Tottenham, when it comes to attacking minded, Tottenham Hotspur are very good. But you see, I don't know. I can't count on them. Anyway, I'm going to be giving that game probably a 1-1 draw. That is my own prediction for this game come this weekend. Now, let us quickly drift to El Clasico that is coming up on Sunday between Real Madrid and Barcelona. I think this game is going to be a very, very high scoring spirit. We have already seen the Lamine Yamal news that is already circulating. Real Madrid players are very angry right now. They are very furious. And I'm going to be giving it a 2-1 winning for Real Madrid, because Barcelona are not in they are not in a good form right now, and Real Madrid right now, they are very, very mad at Barcelona. So that is that about that. Moving on to the only exciting game that I'm seeing at the Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach, they will be at home playing against Bayern Munich. I think Bayern Munich will win them 4-0. Bayern Munich right now, they're the vets, they're the para. Anyway, moving on to the game that is coming up between Parma and Como. Don't think I'm twice. This Como, they are very, very strong. Since Fabregas team, I'm going to be giving them solid 2-0 winning over Parma. Moving on to the Italian Serie A game of the week. That's the game that is coming up between Napoli and Inter Milan. This game, I'm going to be giving it a straight draw, and I'm going to be giving it a 2-2 draw. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what you guys think about all of this matter. Try tap the like button if you enjoyed this episode. That is what will be, make me keep on coming week in, week out. But if I see it turn out no good, I go run away. Let me know what you guys think at the comment section, and I'm gonna see you guys later.